inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you, 'cause real women don't bitch, no. Real women don't, 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 real women don't bitch.
Hey, thank you for joining me on the Real Women Don't Bitch podcast. This is your proud host, August Crenshaw, aka Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. I am the #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs because building mental muscle is necessary in order to implement successful business strategies. This show has been created for the woman who is not excuse-driven and needs help building a profitable business. I will be interviewing women from various fields who are willing to break the silence on struggles that specifically affect female entrepreneurs. Welcome to a show where I and guest speakers from time to time share our methods that help us beast our business no matter what is going on in our lives. Whether you are an online or brick and mortar business owner, this show is for you. We will hit every angle, personal, professional, and spiritual. Why? Because on any given day, you get hit with shit from a scenario involving one, more, or perhaps all of the above. It all impacts you and your mindset towards your business. I have made it my personal mission to provide a space where we dive deep into the BS we face on a day-to-day basis. Hey, ladies. I think that my spirit is still trying to sober up from being so high yesterday. For those of you that follow me on Facebook, it's like every other day I've just been having these moments that I don't even know how to explain them, but I've been really speaking about a lot of, spiritual controversy that so many women in business are dealing with. And I wanted to share one main point that has just been the ruling foundation of every message. And some people say, you are enough. I know when I put that post up and I've said you are enough, it's one of those posts that no matter how many times it's said, people just love it. They love it, love it, love it. They like it. And at the bottom, of it, they'll say, I am enough and stuff like that. But I want to take that concept even deeper, because some of you've started, but you haven't fully immersed yourself in what you're supposed to do. There's some aspects of your business that you feel compelled to start, but your mind keeps on trying to tell you that it isn't the right time. And it isn't because there is a level of humility that you need to have because you're not ready. It's not because you need some other form of certification or something just to substantiate the fact that you're supposed to be doing what you're doing. You may not even realize it, but spiritually, because there's so much stuff thrown out at us, you have probably condemned yourself and said, you know what? I'm not ready. I'm not ready because there's some things I need to work out with myself. I don't get along with people as good as I should. Maybe there's some relationship glitches that you have, but I want you to know something. I know that I'm rough around the edges. A lot of people, they love me because rough around the edges or not, they know that as my clients say, oh, we love August because she'll give us a swift kick in the ass and she'll tell us the truth and she'll keep it real. And sometimes when I'm telling the truth, it just stings because that's what the truth does. And sometimes it stings because the persona that I delivered. And it's actually the relationships and seeing how people respond to me that has helped me become a better master at differentiating between the two. And so now I do a much, much better job of giving those swift kicks in the ass and allowing it to be the truth that's stinging and not me and my delivery. But if I were like, wait a minute, I'm going to work with people and I won't start working with people until I, make sure that my communication is on point. I do this right, do that right. I would have missed out on a lot of opportunities to grow and develop. There's so many things that we're just not going to get right until we begin to interact with people. And so it may not be relationship based for you, but there is something that you could and should be doing in your business, and you're really not recognizing that you are not going to perfect the craft of delivering whatever that thing is unless you immerse yourself in relationships with people. In other words, run your business and add that to your, oh Lord, yeah, I know how I get sometimes. Add what that component to your business that you've been holding back. You know, I've said it before that a lot of you don't realize that your next layer of your breakthrough, it's in your authenticity. Every time you say, I'm showing up full out, unapologetically right now is who I am, without judging yourself, you allow your lips, your mouth to say the things that your tribe needs to hear to be comfortable and confident so that they can trust you to move forward. And so I was on, Facebook Live the other day, and what happened is I got upset because I saw a post that someone put up and said, God created the universe. And so stop calling him the universe because that's not a synonym for God. And when I saw it, I also remember being that Christian, but I just thought about how many people who, even though they say, I don't go to church anymore and I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, still have the residue of some of the things that they were taught from Christianity. And so from time to time, they may think, oh my goodness, am I in right standing with God? Is this the reason why, my business is or isn't going right at this time? And that's what perturbed me more than anything. It was that putting that post up there like that there are people that were going to see it and that it was going to actually cause more damage than good. And so I did this live video and I was going off and I was like, look, I don't care what I call them. And you Christians get on my damn nerves. I was in full rant mode. I was like, first of all, God is not a name either. It is a label for a spiritual entity. Thus, that's why y'all put a capital G for, God in heaven and a lowercase g for, idol gods or gods and, the devil in hell. And so here it is, you mad because somebody says universe, but in the Bible, when Moses asked God himself, who do I say sent me? He says, say I am that I am. And Christians call him, they give him all kinds of titles, Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Nissi, and so on and so forth. And I'm like, and so why are we always having a stupid ass conversation around what someone calls the higher power that they are at least humble enough to recognize exists? And from there, I just started going off and I started bringing up all of these different scriptures and showing I did something that a lot of people don't like. I said, okay, here's an error in the Bible, because people don't really like to do that. Christians will tell you, oh, you got to trust the Bible 100%. I'm like, anything. I mean, like anything that has been touched by man is tainted, either because his ego got in the way and he did it deliberately, or because he's a human being and he's made mistakes. And I said, you would have to really read your Bible a lot in order for you to be able to see typos. And so I gave a specific scripture where it was the same account of a same story and two different versions were in the Bible. And I said, until you guys can answer questions like these, don't you give my people a hard time. And I know that I have a lot of people that follow me that were raised in the church, and they don't want anything to do with it anymore. And I don't tell people that you have to go to a church building, because we are all spiritual beings and we have the ability to manifest and live our lives as gods right here on earth in this experience. And we're supposed to for the collective connectedness. And so that right there was a part of my layer of my authenticity. So I'm hoping that helps you understand that some of you're not connecting to your audience and you're not getting the clients that you're supposed to get because you're still saying, this bothers me, this gets under my skin, I can't talk about that without getting angry, I won't show up and I won't say those things because I need to study more, I need to learn more, do more, be more astute. No, it's about the passion. It's about the passion and the message that's supposed to be there. And so a lot of you What that part that you're supposed to be inserting that you're holding back is really some form of yourself. And you have more than enough reasons why you will discredit you. But if that reason why you're discrediting yourself has any spiritual residue at all of whether or not the divine is ready to bless you, I want you to know that you are already blessed. And what you know right now is enough. I have people in my tribe that have been there since day one, and they've seen the evolution of me as a coach. Stop thinking that you have to have it together for people to want to work with you and follow you. Relationships are about character building. It's about learning one another, and your tribe is going to want to grow with you. They're going to want to evolve with you. Now, some people will need you for a season and they will come and they will go, but the core of your tribe, they're going to be like, oh my God, this is so amazing. I love it. I even had a woman send me a message through Facebook probably like 2 months ago that was like, look at this memory that popped up, because she was tagged in a video that I had did all the way back in 2016, June of 2016 at that. And she said, oh my goodness, I know I've never worked with you, but I still listen to your videos to this day, and it helps me to be a better woman. And while I'm figuring out this business thing, it's helping me, with that too. But I also just wanted you to know that, man, it's like really cool watching you, because I've seen how you've grown. You've always been on point, but you seem so much more calm. And when I forgot the other word that she used, but in your presentation. So she didn't say, yeah, I'm looking at you now and I'm glad that you fixed your shit, because now maybe I can do a better job of hearing you. No, she's saying I've been here since the beginning. And I also want you to know that I just see that you're making great moves. You're making positive strides. Don't create the narrative for someone else as to why they will or won't receive what it is that you have to bring to the table. Not only are you good enough, the divine is pleased with you just the way you are in your current state. Show up, show out. You hear me? Show up and show out. So one last thing before I get out of here, there's some really amazing things that are going on right now. And throughout the month of July, I'm super duper stoked to let you know how you can get a 2-hour intensive with me. And basically a 2-hour intensive for free, a 2-hour intensive with me really combing through your business. I had a woman I did this with the other day, and she was like, yeah, these are my products, and I got this one for this amount, this one. And I said, but wait a minute, there's something missing between those two. And so we actually realized that she had a whole nother program that she could easily create and insert in there, so that when she's funneling people up through the process to continue working with her, that she wouldn't lose people because some people weren't ready to advance to the next level. And so a lot of you need someone to look at your products and services, challenge your price points. You need somebody to go through your business with a fine-tooth comb. And if you're tired of waking up knowing you have a business but not being 100% confident about whether or not you're actually going to make enough money, and if your business will able to stand the test of time, those people who come into the top tier of my Fix My Business program, I'm going to gift you a 2-hour intensive. My intensives are usually anywhere from 2 to 3 hours, and they can be anywhere from $1,250 up to $2,000. And so please know, like, this is like totally, you'll get a major breakthrough just from that. And so if you want to talk to me and understand more about the program, I'm not really big on landing pages and stuff like that. I am going to create one just to have a much more explicit level of detail about the program. But just set up a connection call with me. Set up a connection call to talk to me so that I can understand more about your business. We'll talk for about 30 minutes. It's a pitch-free conversation. There's no pitch unless you have a strong level of desire to say, you know what? I think I want to do this, and then I'll just give you clarity. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here. for all of this time, for following me. New people that have come for the first time, thank you for making it this far throughout the podcast. But I really do love what I do, and I really appreciate you all. You are a beautiful audience, and I wanted 30,000 downloads by November. And you know what? Because of you all, we're not just going to get there. We're going to pass that shit. So you guys have a beautiful day. I love you. This is your girl, August Crenshaw. I'm outie. Deuces.
Thank you for joining me today. Remember to cultivate a mindset that is biased towards taking action. No bitching, whining, or complaining. Here, our mantra is, real women don't bitch, we get shit done. See you next week as I continue to bring you what you need to keep your head in the game and beast your business. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Would you like a specific topic covered? Have a question you would like answered live? Then head on over to realwomendontbitchpodcast.com. Subscribe to my email list, hit me up, and I got you. Interested in being a guest speaker? You walk the walk? Then you can sign up on the website too. This is your #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs, Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. Signing out. Deuces.
Inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you.